Greetings. Peace, peace. How y'all doing today?
Pretty
Good.
good. How you doing?
Okay, folks is rolling in. We'll give it like maybe another minute or so to see who else comes in. I'm also trying to figure out what's up with my camera because it's not allowing me to show myself, which is disappointing.
I was gonna ask, do you mind if we have our cameras on or off? I'm still waiting for some
Ideally, ideally we have them on. I definitely wanted mine on, but
just
I'm
gonna
I'm
wait.
just having a little technical
Some team
difficulty.
members of our co-op are gonna join soon, so maybe just wait for
Okay.
them. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah. System.
Peace, everyone.
Peace. How you doing, Shayara?
Hi, everybody.
I'm blessed. Thank you.
So I guess I'll have to be um, a floating blank space, unfortunately. But the check-in question is, what cooperative are you representing today, and or what cooperative do you frequently support? And let's see, who shall we start with? We can start with Francisco.
Hey, yeah, sure. I'll go first. Francisco, based out of Laredo, pronouns he, him. Right now, I am working with two co-ops. One of my team members, steering member, yeah, Melissa's here. She's a steering committee member for what hopefully could be the second grocery co-op in all of Texas down here in Laredo. Hopefully, that's one of the projects I'm involved in. And I'm also part of a cool crowdfunding platform co-op. But yeah, that's me, Francisco, and yeah, happy to be here.
And folks, I really want to make sure that I double back and get familiar with all of these. So if you don't mind just typing it in the chat, um, yeah, go ahead so we could all stay knowledgeable on what's going on around the country. So thank you, Francisco. I'll toss it to it says Xavier, but that looks like Balas. Am I tripping?
Oh, oh yeah, my fault. I don't know why.
It's,
I
it's
guess
all
I
good.
was in. All right. Um, so I'm with Sand of the Seas, the collective, and I'm Blas. I forgot the other question you wanted to know.
Oh, I mean, you said it. Basically, what collective or cooperative do you represent, or which one do you frequently support? So,
Oh, okay. Well,
mhm.
I got Sand of the Seas and Legacy of Black Genius. So
Yep.
yeah,
Plug it in, brother. Plug it in. Okay,
yeah. I
we
forgot. I
got.
wouldn't even want to forget nothing. You know.
um. Okay, next we got CJ. Go ahead,
Good
introduce yourself,
afternoon.
and you know, yeah, check in.
I'm with my goddaughter right now. So I'm at the Infirmary Park. So wait, I'm CJ, and sorry, Aj, you have to repeat the question for me.
No worries. The question is, what cooperative do you represent, and
Oh,
or which one do you frequently support?
I guess the Johnson family from the '80s. I don't know. Maybe Black Voices United. That started in San Diego, and now it's based in Vegas and Oakland. Plug Productions. That's like a filmmaking cooperative I'm a part of, but I think since we got the LLC, it doesn't like count as a cooperative. I think I'm just here representing myself because I like books. But yeah, Oakland in the house.
Okay, that's amazing. Um, okay, Rachel.
Hi, I'll go ahead and turn my camera on. Sorry. Hi, Rachel, she, her. I am up here in Berkeley, and I'm actually focused on growing worker ownership as my focus in graduate school. And I often am working with the US Federation of Worker Cooperatives for that. And there's so many up here, but I guess I will say Mandela Grocery is probably a core for me.
Yee! Gotta love Mandela Grocery now. Okay. Thank you for that, Sister Shiara. I see you munching over there. Excuse me.
I tried to like finish eating before the, the thing came on, but the hunger just hit me. So I'm like, okay. But peace,
Self-care is
everyone.
the
I'm
best care.
Shayara,
Mhm.
and I am not in a cooperative as yet. I'm working on building one. For a logistics company.
Okay. Hey, you can't move without logistics. Got to know where, how, and when, you know. So, thank you for that. Next, we have Cal Majesty. I hope I pronounced that right. You want to introduce yourself and check in? You're on mute, brother.
Sorry about that. My name is Kyle Hudson. That's a screen name. Um, my business is Ferns Recycling out of Oakland, California.
Okay.
And I'm not actually supporting any co-ops yet because I'm brand new to y'all group. So I'm trying to get a feel and see where I can help.
Awesome. Happy to have you. Also, just one more quick reminder. Go ahead, leave your cooperative in the chat because I just want to make sure I double back and um, link up with you guys and stay tuned with what you guys have going on. All right, next we have Natalie.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So I'm Natalie Aziut. I'm here in Baltimore. I am new to the cooperative space. I'm trying to form an organization. It's actually a nonprofit, but I think we'd like to follow the cooperative principles, but we don't want to pay taxes. So I think we're going to stay a nonprofit. But so happy to be here.
Happy to have you. And again, I'm sorry, y'all. I want to be on camera, but my camera decided not to work. So I appreciate those who are showing their face. Just happy to see y'all. Taylor, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Taylor. I use she and they pronouns. I'm actually in Amsterdam right now, but my co-op, I'm actually a part of a co-op called Not Nowhere. It's based in London, and we're a film co-op that specializes in Super 8 and 16 millimeter. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. We worldwide out here. I love it. We got folks coming in from Texas, Amsterdam. You know, it's beautiful. Okay. Next we have Isabel. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Isabel. Dagote, she, Isa. That's Ende for hello. My name is Isabel. I belong to the Ende Apache nations, and I'm mixed. Well, my grandmother is Apache, and then my grandfather, he's Louisiana Creole, and he's Choctaw. And my family and the people I belong to are the Eastern Woodlands natives. Growing up, I guess my parents were heavily involved in the Aborigines Federation that's over here in Baltimore. But I was born and raised in California, and half my life was here in Riverside, and my other half of my life was in East Oakland, and I lived in 105th Street, across the street from Planning Justice since I was 17. So I guess you can say my people's or the organizations that I've experienced being in collaborations with is, the Ohlone people, the Yoruba relatives, the Taino relatives, and yeah, in this moment, I'm not in any cooperatives. I've been doing my own work. And right now I'm just staying in occupied Korea territories.
Okay, thank you. One thing I love about my native sisters and brothers, they always got they resume, or I don't want to say resume, but you know they know their lineage and who they're connected to. That's usually very consistent, and I love that. You know, like knowing where you come from, where your family from. You know what tribe. Like, um, I definitely appreciate that because I want that for a lot of my people to know their connections and know where they come from. So that's beautiful.
Thank you so much. That's validating. I think it's a way for us to practice our jurisdiction as people of this land.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next we have Zavia. I hope I pronounced that right.
Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. See, let me know something. Go ahead and check in and let us know who you with.
Hi, my name is Xavier. Right now I haven't decided yet, but I'm with everybody. I'm just trying to be what we have to be a unit because it's not gonna be this much bad. It's gonna get worse. So if we don't unite, it's gonna be messed up even more.
I'm laughing because I resonate with that. I'm with everybody, you know? Like that's a very powerful statement. We appreciate your presence. Next we have Quinn.
Ooh. Hello, everyone. My name is Quinn Diane Thoreau, and I use they, them pronouns. And I'm hailing out of Portland, Oregon. I'm born and raised out here. And my screen froze, so I hope you can see me all right. But I just started a cleaning business, a home cleaning business back in October, and I'm hoping to make that into a co-op pretty soon, by the end of the year. And I've been paying attention to co-ops for maybe about 2 or 3 years now and getting just more and more excited about them. And I really believe that like they're one really important piece of this larger puzzle of social or cooperative economics that we really need to heal our relationships and our planet. So I'm just really excited to be here. And I think Dr. Nemhard's book is one of the most exciting books to be looking at on the topic. And I feel like this history is the blueprint for the future. So I'm just very excited. Thank you so much.
I like when folks come, you know, already aware of what we're doing. I appreciate you tapping in with us and looking forward to your input. Next, we have my co-host today, Brother Tut, Brother Kingdom, man of many names. Go ahead, introduce yourself and who you with.
Hello, family. We black.
Black.
As y'all like to say. Yes, I'm so excited about this rendition of the book club. I've been around since the beginning of the book club, and I always learn something new, so very excited. I'm a part of Repair Nations, but I primarily steward the work-based learning program that's going to be in combination with the book club this year. So I'm seeing beautiful faces, and I think this is a great kickoff, and I'll pass it on.
Cool. And just so y'all know, let's try to speed through these last couple. I don't want to shorten y'all, but I do want to get to the reading. But I just wanted to acknowledge folks because I see a lot of new faces that I haven't ever seen before. So this is beautiful. Next, we have Z. Go ahead and let us know who you are and who you with. Oh, you on mute right now, love. You still muted. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Yo.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm B. What's up, y'all? I'm with the good vibes, feeling well, in a good mood, getting my sunlight. I'm a barber coming out of Oakland, California. And I'm looking for new changes, man, you know. New things, new light, you know, looking the future gonna be really bright. So I'm waiting on it.
Okay.
I'm around good people that love me, good vibrations, you know.
Yeah. Okay. We appreciate that. Good to have you, Z.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next, we have Joyous. Introduce yourself and who you with.
Hello, my name is Joyous. My pronouns are she and her. The cooperative I'm part of is Okanda, and deeper into that, the business that I'm running is called the Lumpy Lady. It was inherited from my grandmother to my mother, and I'm very excited to be here and get to learn new things. And I pass it on.
Hey, great to see you again, Joyous. You were part of our um, conference that we held. She was a part of our pre-screened or pre-filmed conference where we did 4 or 5 webinars. You can look it up on YouTube where we connected with a bunch of cooperatives virtually. So it's good to see you again. Next, we have Mama Mia.
Hey, what's up? How's
What's up?
everybody? Um, let's see, I am with Repaired Nations as I steward their Seed Commons loan program. So I'm excited to see all the new cooperatives that get started through this book club and other programs that we're doing. I'm also a part of Okanda and Legacy of Black Genius, and I just love the cooperative thinking and what we're building together. So thank you. I'll pass it on.
Gotta love Mama Mia. Brings so much joy and so much organization to the cooperative. It's a beautiful thing. Next and last but not least is Melissa.
Hi everyone, my name is
Hey,
Melissa Lomeli, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm based in Laredo, Texas, and I'm happy to be supporting a soon to be opened grocery co-op called Frontera Co-op. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to participate in this book club and to learn from you all.
Okay. So today, as we know, is January 31st, and we're reading from Collective Courage Book Club, or excuse me, the Collective Courage book. This is the book club for that. Today's reading will be from 239 to 241. It's a light read. But before I get into that, I wanted to start the book club with this passage from Jackson Rising. Now, I will be referring to this book, Jackson Rising, often. It is not part of the reading necessarily, but I do highlight. I'll be posting the weekly reading on the Instagram if you want to stay, up to date with where we are, and I'll also let you know what chapter I might be pulling from Jackson Rising. Jackson Rising is a book written about Cooperative Jackson out in Mississippi. They are a very powerful cooperative that have done a lot of work in transforming their communities economically as well as politically. They were able to, determine what their needs were as a community and initiate a movement to get folks in office that were aligned with their needs. So it's a very prime example of what a cooperative, like the effectiveness and the impact a very well organized cooperative can have. They're still operating. They're still out here winning. So we show much love to them. They also were a part of our conference that we had in October. So yeah, so it's a very good book. I highly recommend you guys get it. But today's passage, I'll give a reading of, and it's from page 13. The fourth industrial revolution, also known as the cyber physical revolution, is marked by technological and knowledge breakthroughs that build on the digital revolution that are now fusing the physical, digital, and biological worlds. The main technologies of this revolution include advanced robotics, computer numeric control, automation, 3D printing, biotechnology, nanotechnology, big data processing, artificial intelligence, and autonomous vehicles. These new technologies are not only changing everything in the world around us, they are also changing our social relationships and culture. And of themselves, these technologies are somewhat value neutral, meaning neither good or bad. Their value and intent will be determined by humanity. They will either aid humanity in our collective quest for liberation, or they will help further our species' inhumanity towards itself and Mother Earth. One thing is painfully clear, and that is if these technologies remain the exclusive property of the capitalist class and the transnational corporations they control, these technologies will not be used for the benefit of the majority of humanity, but to expand the methods of capital accumulation and further consolidate the power of the 1% that rule the world. Under this control, these technologies will lead to a crisis of global unemployment on a scale unseen in human history. The end result will be global dystopia that is a social nightmare predicated on massive poverty, lawlessness, and state repression, rather than potential utopia these technologies have always foreshadowed. Now, the reason why I wanted to start with that, and I'm sorry if it bummed folks out, is because the reading today is a timeline, um, again, 239 to 241 in Collective Courage, of cooperatives through starting from the 1780 all the way up to the semi-present of 2006 or 2012, excuse me. Right, we're a little bit beyond 2012, but still relevant in the sense that these cooperatives, this cooperative movement has been bubbling in the country for a long time, and I read that passage because it really um, hits the nail on the head on what we have to look forward to if we do not continue to move in a collective sense and establish collective needs. They talk a lot about people assemblies and engaging in the political system after doing these people's assemblies. That's what they talk about in Jackson Rising. So you'll hear me talk about that a lot. Um, so this new technology that we're coming across, I'm a big crypto enthusiast, but I look at it through a cooperative lens in the sense that how can this technology really help bring more value to these communities that have been continually extracted from, right? How do we create opportunities for folks to retain um, employment, to retain their culture, to retain humanism? How do we retain that and not be um, so profit driven? So, and excuse me, I'm gonna just mute folks just so we can get a clear. Um, actually, yeah. So basically, if you could mute yourself, that would be helpful. Thank you. Um, so basically, I wanted to read that because we are moving into the future. The future is here and it's coming very, very fast. New technologies are are just popping up and being innovated, and they're really not as useful if we don't first cement it with collective theory, right? So I heard the cooperative principles, which were put forth by the Mondragon Cooperative. Um, that have laid a foundation for a lot of cooperatives. Like, how do we apply that to the future? So I wanted to read that. So the timeline, I'm gonna pick a few um, times. So in 1780, that's where it starts. The establishment of the African Mutual Aid Society in Rhode Island by the African Methodist Church. That's deep, right? Because in the black community, the church has been a major organizing factor, right? We have leaders like Martin Luther King and A. Philip Randolph. These folks who were rooted in the church, but have very had a huge impact on society as a whole in and outside of that. So the black church is a very good example of cooperative works. And then if we skip down to 1825, the Neshoba Commune is founded by Francis Wright for blacks in Tennessee. It is an established community that divides hours between academic work and manual labor and prepares African American members for freedom and colonization outside of the United States. So one thing that comes up a lot is mutual aid in this book. It's something, and education, right? So in order for us to come together and work together, we got to acknowledge that everyone is not coming from the same place. And what I mean by that, I don't just mean politically or ideologically, but also education-wise and economic-wise. Although a lot of us are in similar positions economically, you just never know what people were missing in childhood and into adulthood and didn't get. You have people who are literate. You have people who are um, just not able to function at certain levels because they missed certain things due to poverty, most likely. So a lot of these organizations that we'll read about, they highlighted mutual aid and they highlighted education. And education is very important to the collective mindset in cooperatives, because as cooperatives grow, the democratic process is slowed down if people don't understand what's going on. If we don't understand that, we have these new milestones that's going on in our organization, folks could be left behind, or if they don't understand what we're voting on, or if they don't understand the issues that are affecting the organization, their input is maybe not as valuable. Everyone's input is valuable, and maybe that's not the right word, but what I'm saying is if you don't understand what's going on, you can't really make an educated decision. So that's something that is stressed upon a lot in these different organizations. Everyone has to be educated on what's going on and the inner workings of their cooperative. So if we skip ahead a little bit to page 240, we see 1880, the Colored Grange of Tennessee is established. 1882, the Negroes Farmers Alliance is organized in Prairie County, Arkansas. Other African American farmer alliances follow in other states such as Texas. We'll notice that uh, agrarian cooperatives are very common. And actually, in some places, unfortunately, cooperatives are illegal unless they are agrarian or some sort of union bank. And that is very anti-progressive to the cooperative movement. So, I definitely encourage folks to understand what's going on in their areas as far as laws on cooperatives. Like in California, you can't be a cooperative legally unless you actually sign up, actually go through the process and go through the paperwork. So hence collectives, right? You have collectives, which are, we're collectivizing our work, but then you have cooperatives, which is a legal term actually. So it's good to know those subtleties where you are from, because you could be on the cutting edge of cooperatives in your area, right? In these areas where cooperatives are only agrarian, meaning like farmers and stuff, you may have a totally different type of business setup, but it could be just as relevant. So you deserve to be a cooperative as well. So that might be something that interests you to push that envelope. If we skip ahead a little bit to 241, W.E.B. Du Bois, man, one of my favorite leaders. He's talked about a lot in this book. One of my favorite things he talks about is a 100-year plan, which we'll get into later in the reading. But for right now, W.E.B. Du Bois publishes some efforts of American Negroes of their own social betterment, which includes discussion of black cooperatives and collective ownership. And then lastly, let's see, another W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois holds his 12th Atlanta Conference on Negro Business Development and Cooperatives, where he promotes cooperatives and economic cooperation. The Atlanta conferences began in 1900 at Atlanta University as part of Du Bois's research project to study the social and economic condition of African Americans. Du Bois publishes Economic Cooperation Among Negro Americans, documenting 104 African American owned cooperative businesses. All right, so what does all of this mean? The foundation is thick. We standing tall on tall giants. We on the shoulders of giants right now. So this work that we're doing has some groundwork to be inspired from. Pull from W.E.B. Du Bois, pull from the Brotherhood of Car Porters and the Sisters Auxiliary, pull from Ella Joe Baker, the A. Philip Randolphs, the the League of Southern Cooperatives. So many different examples that have put in the work, and we'll be learning what some of their successes were, some of their failures. And so we'll continue down this timeline for the rest of the week, picking out different times and relevant happenings. So I appreciate y'all coming through and reading with us. This is a beautiful thing, and yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow, same black time, same black place, same black channel, and yeah. You got any last words, brother Tut?
No, that was phenomenal, brother. Great walkthrough. I'm looking forward to getting deeper into the crevices of this work.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you guys have a really productive day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
Take care.
Peace.
Adios.
Aj, I feel like you're getting even better at facilitating, which is weird. Because you used to be so good, but now you're better.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snaps.
CJ, I appreciate that so much, yo. Really. And I appreciate your energy. I got to get you on one of these co-host slots.
Yeah. I gotta keep up.
Oh, you breaking up, sister. What you say? I couldn't hear you. Can you say that one more time?
I think can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Now I can't.
Okay, we're entering a new lunar year, Aj.
Yes.
We're entering a new lunar, playing around about this jungle. Anyway, I gotta keep up with this 4-year-old kid, so
Okay.
I'm out.
Much love. We'll tap in soon. All right, Z. I'll see you later. Thanks for coming through. Peace, Balazs. Thank you, Joyous. Have a good one.